Can we get into those titties though? It's what up, though? I am Jay the Gentleman. That's at JAI the Gentleman, and welcome back to Dear Black Gay Men YouTube channel. Nico Aesthetics, who is quite frankly one of the finest men on the internet, he got really big titties. Huge titties. I just love them so much. Also, he's talking about why so many people, so many of the prominent names in porn, in black gay porn, are leaving. I found this video. I'm going to blind react to it, see if there are some lessons that we can learn. But before we get into the episode, make sure you subscribe to Dear Black Gay Men on YouTube and then hit the like button on this video so that we can beat the algorithm. I really appreciate your support. Look at them titties. I'm wearing this little ass t-shirt because I like to think that my titties are getting big. That man got a good chest. That is a good fucking chest. What? I wonder what he be doing to get it like that. It's just like, it's shaped right. The nipples are right. It's like the right amount of plump. And you know what else I admire? Like, I admire people who have like well-defined shoulders. I do not because I'm thick and I eat a lot. But like, that man is just so pretty. He's just pretty.
A lot of the big name girlies are leaving. Nico, what do you mean? A lot of the popular OnlyFans girlies, they're leaving. And it kind of relates to when the older generation of porn stars essentially left.
When I moved to Atlanta, but I went to the gym and I walked in, it was like Excel. It was Know Your Boy. It was, I think I even saw like Chino, and it was so many of the OnlyFans girls like in the gym. And it was, I was nervous to be in there. And now, 6 years later, it's very interesting to see that all of those individuals are no longer content creators, are no longer creating this kind of content. They're not, they've left OnlyFans behind. So let's see what he has to say about that.
Happened to Raheem Shabazz when his Twitter that had 1 million followers got taken down by Twitter for no reason. So we see it time and time again where the girls are getting taken down by sites that basically build a name for themselves using sex workers as the groundwork, and then they disregard them as soon as they want to go more mainstream.
Twitter does not condone adult content. I think we get away with it because it's so ubiquitous. Like, I don't know anybody who doesn't have a freak Twitter, but Twitter in general is not for adult content and nudity and whatnot. They just know that because of platforms like Tumblr, when you start banning that shit, people ain't gonna use it no more. And now Tumblr is, a barren wasteland. Tumblr's like MySpace. And so I think that Twitter kind of stays in the adult content game with this kind of plausible deniability because they don't want to lose so much of their traction. When you lost like the 45th president, when you lost like adult content creators, then what's left on Twitter? What's the point of Twitter? I got Instagram.
I've been blocked by people I've never had conversations with. I've been shit talked about by popular YouTubers I've never had a conversation with whose content I used to actively watch. So I'm just sitting here like, you know what? Sometimes bitches just hate on you to hate on you. It's just gonna happen, and it's best not to address it.
Y'all know I don't go online. I don't just randomly rag on people. Like, you have to do something publicly stupid and post it online for me to talk about a subject. So that's why I was caught off guard in that situation.
Can we talk about that? You have to do something publicly stupid and post it online. Duran Bernard just put out his video, just put out his latest album, and he's got the song on there, and he says, "This is a bomb-ass journal entry, not a Facebook post." And I think a lot of us in culture get those two things confused. We will create Facebook posts for public consumption that need to be your 2 cents that you share in the shower by yourself. And we think that we are being unapologetic, with a word which I hate, when really you are processing your shit in real time on a public platform. And that is not healthy. That is not appropriate to go through the process of development, of evolution, of maturing in such public forum. You deliver the results to the people, not the process.
He basically said, I'm going to be deleting all of my pages just for fans, OnlyFans, on October 31st, but I'm going to upload everything in my phone before I go so that y'all can have some fun. But honestly, I'm tired of the mindless intercourse. Super happy adult fun time without any base is kind of just like doing your own self-gratification but using somebody else's body parts to do so.
Oh my God, that was big. He said empty sex is self-gratification using somebody else's body parts. That is mind-blowing to me. Like, I talked about that on the podcast. Dear Black gay men, use me. Keep on using me until you fucking use me up. Because that's my business. Link in the description. That one changed me. Because I can only imagine how empty work must be. Like, I think what I got in that moment was like OnlyFans. I think of things I'm passionate about. Like, I'm passionate about the podcast. I'm passionate about Dear Black Gay Men on YouTube. But I am passionate about that because it constantly gratifies me. It constantly is a new frontier. It's a new something. But if you can take sex, something that I'd imagine some of these people were either good at or passionate about, and turn it into this grind of a something that you would normally share with people that are really important to you, and turn that into work. Different than any other field, that's when it can get really complicated to navigate from an emotional place, from a spiritual place. But then it also gets really complicated because what then are you sharing with? If I'm constantly being physically gratified, then how can my partner, potential or current or otherwise, step into that space? And then how are these performers, these content creators, distinguishing between sex for work and sex for pleasure, for connection, for intimacy? I'm certain that they can. I'm sure that that's not a issue. But sometimes you do need to be able to fuck somebody that means a lot to you. Sometimes you do need to have carnal sex with someone you want to be intimate with. It's not always going to be, flowers and candles and roses and a bed and something. Like, sometimes you need to have your back blown out. But if I just got my back blown out by all these random people, then how do I emotionally parse through getting my back blown out by somebody I'm interested in, or blowing the back out of somebody I'm interested in? It's just putting all those things together. It really opened my eyes to the heavy lift that these content creators are doing emotionally. That was good, Nico. I think the bigger lesson here is content creators, OnlyFans, Twitter porn, Pornhub, whatever the platform, just for fans, whatever it is this microcosm that is intended to shine a light at who we are as people. Deep down inside, all of us got a freak on the inside. All of us got that little freak that's inside, wanting to be the guy getting the juicy booty niggas, or getting their back blown in, or in these three ways in group situations. We watch it because somewhere inside of it, we identify with somebody on the screen. But for some reason, when we turn off the porn, after we bust that nut, all of a sudden these people are very distant to us. And I would wager that a lot of these content creators don't want to be so distant anymore. They actually probably want to be very close to someone. All of us want that to a degree. It's just what leads us to have those epiphanies isn't as public as these content creators. So if you leaving the OnlyFans life, I get it. Totally get it. And I wish you the best, sis, because it's hard out here for a pimp. It was a weird lesson to learn, but that's what I got from the video by Nico Aesthetics. Dear Black Gay Men podcast is new every Wednesday. Listen on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and I will see you next time. Bye.